Hey Ron, I need to have a talk with you. Have a seat. I didn't know you were having all that trouble with land boundaries. It seems like you're just getting in deeper and deeper. What do you have to say about that?
Well, I wasn't really expecting any trouble.
Oh my goodness, I could have really helped you out with this.
Well, what about Officer Riker? What do you think?
Well, he's doing a good job in the streets. Other than that, maybe he's a little gung-ho.
Well, you know, he's got an excellent military record. He's putting that military experience to good use.
Yeah, he's got 30 years of military experience and doing a good job at it.
Well, that's what we need.
You're right.
When you think they're ready, they can go on patrol with you when you're on duty.
Okay, I was out of my land boundary as far as the letter of the law is concerned. It don't change the fact that I got the man that killed Owen Carter. The man's fingerprints are on that knife. And if Owen Carter's blood stains match up to the blood of that knife, you've got your man. I just enjoy getting out to myself. I love this cabin here. I've got the news. My old Army Sergeant Riker. He shot a man. Oh, the man is alive. He talked. He was one of the men responsible for the death of Owen Carter. I thought that this man was after me. Well, I guess that takes me off the hook. Well, I'm going to see how it's wrote up in the paper.
Sheriff, I got more information on Sergeant Riker. He's killed 2 men, one in the state of Tennessee, one in Missouri.
Well, you know, maybe we should have done more research on this guy. But at the time, I didn't think it was all that necessary.
Well, now the state of Tennessee and the state of Missouri dissolved it, but he was working with law enforcement.
Well, there really must not have been that much to it then. Could have been an overblown thing.
Probably was.
Well, you know, this might be my last cup of coffee here for a while.
Yeah, well, congratulations. You're finished with your community service. How does it feel?
Oh, it feels great.
Well, now that you're finished, you know, Ron, I was wondering if you would consider working for me.
Well, you know, I know that you're not all that easy person to work with at times, but I hope we can get along.
Well, I know that you've done such good work in the community. I have no qualms about the kind of work that you would do for me.
Well, I'm glad you got that much confidence in me, and I'll give it a try.
Well, you know, I have a shed that I want built on the property, and I understand you do have some construction background. Would you be able to work with me on that?
Yes,
Oh, great. I'm so glad.
yes, I'll give it a try. I had a friend that served time in prison in Raleigh, North Carolina. When he got out, they found out that a man had left with his wife and children. So he started asking questions. He found out that that man was in California. He saved up his money, went to California, and brought his wife and children back. This man was an investigator. He asked questions and he found out. I'm not an investigator, but I'm going to ask questions and I'm going to find Jack Lennon. I'm off community service now and I'm not committed to a schedule. I'm going to find Jack Lennon.
Mr. Riker, you did not tell me that you had killed 2 men in the line of duty.
If you got all the information, you will see that I've been cleared, that those killings were justified.
I see what you're talking about, but I think you was a little trigger happy in the line of duty.
Well, only if it puts my life in danger and those of my officers.
I was down the arroyo, gathering strays. You know, cowboys and cattle don't get holidays. And I should have been finished, except for one little guy who kept leading me farther away. He ran up on the mesa, across the ravine, past the Indian ruins and the muddy red stream. I stopped for a while, 'cause I was bone tired, and I guess that I started to drink. I saw 3 painted horses, 3 dark-skinned men, masks made of clay, with voices like wind.
I know his hangouts, I know his behavior. I know the type of people that he likes to hang around. And I just feel, even though law enforcement hasn't got to the bottom of it, I feel that I can.
Well, kind of seems that you've been doing a pretty good job so far. If you could just now find out where he's went, and maybe you can kind of bring him back home.
Well, it's just like this. I know his behavior. Now, if you can just tell me the hangouts, I can find him.
Well, the only hangout that I know of that he's went to is he's been up towards Tennessee, towards one of the bars up there named the Foxy Lake. But as far as him going up there all the time, I don't know. But I know he likes to go up there a pretty good bit.
Well, that's good enough for me. That's a start.
Give thanks for the cold water and food. We seek the soul of all that is good, come bearing cold, water and wood. Stop and behold, all that is good.
The reason I call this meeting is to inform you men that we're here to protect the citizens of this community.
Well, if we're too quick to react, it could put the citizens in danger.
If we're too slow to react, it could cost us our lives.
I guess you know that law enforcement officers die in the line of duty every day in this country.
Well, I'm very aware of this. All I want you to do is set a good example for the law enforcement in this community.
After all, Officer Riker, it is your job to organize the patrol. Now, we don't want to turn them into vigilantes.
I feel you're right. We'll use good judgment. We don't want to be too slow to react.
It's been a long drive to Tennessee and back. It does me good. Come out of this cabin and just stretch my legs. Yes, Jack Lannon had been in the Foxy Lady, the bar in Tennessee. So I've got reason to believe that he's still alive. I knew that he gambled. I didn't know it was a compulsion. I talked with Bart. Bart knows Jack as good as me. If both their stories match up, it'll give me a clue to go. That's what I'm going to do.